Oh, sorry I'm late. Just had a child meltdown. He's been on a trip and he was a bit tired, I think, so he's had a bit of a meltdown. So I was just seeing to that, and now I'm with you. Apologies for my super snotty face and my general coughingness throughout. Hi Claire, how are you? Mwah. So I'm late, everybody. I was just saying, Claire, I've just had a child meltdown, so I was just dealing with that. Just let me make this bigger. Right, that's it. Hi Daniela, how are you? Okay, so I'm going to keep this, I always say this, I'm going to try and keep this brief because I need to go and finish off the child thing. And also, I'm struggling a bit tonight, so I'm coughing like I smoke 40 a day. I don't anymore. Hey Ampy, how are you? Okay, so what I want to talk about tonight is faith. And whatever that means to you. And what I want to talk about is the effect that having faith in something bigger than you. And that could be a religious belief, it could be universe, source, Buddha, God, whatever it is, angels, you know, pick a thing. But what I've discovered is, as I go through this amazing sort of process of putting my course together and the books I'm reading and the influences that are coming in, and when I think about my past as I was building my business, what I used to look for that feeling, I used to chase that feeling of fulfillment or satisfaction or recognition. And as things have evolved, I've realized that actually the thing that I've been chasing is just that feeling of utter peace, just peace of mind. And, you know, people talk about peace of mind as in, things that you acquire. So money gives you peace of mind, which it does, but not all the time. Security or a man or a marriage or whatever. And what I realize is that none of those things, hi Rachel, hey Sally, thanks for being on. What I've realized is that actually it's not those things that create that feeling. The feeling of faith in yourself, in something else, comes from a much deeper place. It comes from inside, right? So the effect of having faith, and when I say faith, and what I mean by my definition of that is having a feeling of security. Hey Craig, feeling of just a belief that everything, no matter what is happening to you, is happening for the greater good. Like everything is leading you ultimately to the thing that you want, the life that you want, the career, the marriage, the relationship, the child, anything, whatever it is that you want. If you believe, if you've got a vision for your life, or if you want to have something or be something or become something, as long as you're focused for that and you are asking for it and you can see it in your mind's eye, then once you go, I want to use the word surrender because that's the word that's coming up loads in this book that I'm reading, which is Gabrielle Bernstein's Super Attractor. It's brilliant. Thanks, Claire, for the double hands up. Once you've got utter faith that those things are in the post, that's what I call it, then you can't see them yet. They're just in the post. So imagine if I said to you now, imagine how it would feel if I said that everything that you want is on its way. Hi, Chris. That everything you want is on its way. Just suspend your belief for 1 minute, and just if I could tap you on the shoulder and say, it's all coming. Everything that you want is coming. It's on its way. Imagine if you could just go, oh, okay, that's it. That is what faith is. So that feeling right there. So that person that's just 170 million, that person that's now richer than Ed Sheeran, probably got that feeling tonight. And yes, money does bring that, but it also brings, but it's having that feeling. Hey Mark, hey Zoe. It's having that feeling that if I was to give you everything, everything that you ever wanted and everything there like this, it doesn't have to be stuff. That's not, you know, material stuff. I'm just like, everything you want. And I said, it's coming, and it's coming. And for one moment, and for that moment, you just went, yeah, I know. That feeling is what faith is. And for me, and the beautiful synchronicity of that is that once you can attain that feeling and hold on to it, that's when shit starts to happen. Because if we're going to talk about law of attraction and getting energetic alignment with the things that you want, you're vibrating at a relaxed, receptive, surrendered energy, which then brings shit to you. So, and this is not, so my mum's a Christian. Hi Johnny, hi Dean, hey Sarah. Me and Sarah have just met up and it was lush. She's as amazing in person as I knew she would be. It's so funny because I've been to meet Sarah. We've had a lovely coffee together, bombed back from meeting Sarah, went up to saying the night to William, one round of I Believe I Can Fly, one round of Silent Night, his 2 favourite songs for me to sing to him, come down, eat, and then I was child nightmare, child meltdown, and then back on here. So I've had one of those proper mum evenings. Anyway, so I was a Christian, right? And when my mum talks about my mum being a practicing Christian is only something that's happened in the last sort of 10, 15 years, which sounds like a long time, but my mum's, you know, in her 70s. So it's not been her entire life that's been the situation. And whenever we talk about it, and her story of that happening is an unbelievable one. I'll not tell it now because it's too long, but I will share it another time. Hi, Kim. How are you? Hey, Yolanda. Mwah. But that whole thing, that experience that my mum had, and I remember her saying to me when she told me the story, which made me cry, like it blew me away, and I got goosebumps, like, and I knew, my mum doesn't lie to me, so I knew that it was her truth. I knew that it was the truth. And she's a very practical, pragmatic woman, you know, very real, so there's no airy-fairiness to my mum. So if she says this happened, then it happened, right? So that sort of sparked my curiosity. Hi, beautiful Yolanda. That sort of sparked my curiosity. This is like 12, 15 years ago. So I suppose I've always been looking for my definition of what spirituality is, the way I can like align with that so it feels wicked to me. That doesn't reside in the church. It doesn't reside in traditional religion, although I have complete respect for that, and whatever your bag, you know, whatever your thing is, then that's cool. You know, that's what makes you feel happy. But there is something beautiful in having a belief in something bigger than you, because the one thing that does for you, and the main thing my mum said that really, really imprinted on me was, she said, I just feel like now, if something's going wrong, or I'd got, you know, my brother was having health issues at the time, you know, whenever I'm worried, I've just got someone to pass it on to. I've just got something to take the burden off. And if you think about how beautiful it is to imagine that whatever's happening for you, knowing that you don't have to have all the answers, and trusting that everything's working out for the greater good, like everything's working out for you in the way that it should, even if that thing is painful. Because in every experience that we have, whether that be joy or pain, there's experience in both those situations. And the most painful experiences usually deliver us the biggest lessons, right? So having that faith that no matter what happens, nothing will deter me from my path, that no matter what, and that you're looked after, that you're guided, that there is support there. And that might be, you might identify that as a loved one that's passed away. You might identify that as angels or spirit or higher self or whatever it is, you know. And some of you might be listening to this thinking, oh, it's like, you're nuts. I don't care. It's what makes me happy, and that's fine. But I wanted to talk about it because I think there is such a need for that. And I encourage you to find a way for you to find that feeling, because I tell you what, there is nothing better than that feeling. I've had that feeling consistently now for a fair few weeks, and things have been really, really happening that are incredible. And I just feel amazing no matter what happens. I mean, you know, we've had some shit happening recently, but it just doesn't matter, because what I realize is that what I've always been chasing is that feeling, and I found it. And it didn't happen because I got something or made loads of money or it just didn't happen because of an external thing. It happened because I chose to believe in something guiding me and that something is supporting me. And I call that universe. That's what I call it, source, whatever. Mine drops in and out, but it's getting more in. Exactly. And that's been like it for me. But and I'm not saying that I've like, that's it, I've nailed it and I'm going to feel like this every day, because I'm a human and everything's, I'm living a human experience, and therefore shit's going to hit the fan at some point. But I know how to get to it, and I know how to get back to it. And once you have found something that you can just you found a way that allows you to just be and trust. I think trust is the biggest word here. And freedom from your fear and your doubt and your anxiety and your worry about what should happen and what if this and what if that. Imagine if you could just take that away. And I think that comes in the form of some form of faith. That's been my experience. I have literally felt over this last sort of, I'd say only like 5-6 weeks, and really intensely over this last couple of weeks, absolutely fearless, like absolutely nothing. I don't care about what anyone else is doing. I'm not comparing myself to anybody else. I'm just doing what I love, and it feels wicked. And because I'm doing what I love and I'm doing it without any fear, and I have this sort of really relaxed, chilled out, just following my heart, following what feels good attitude and feeling, it just keeps coming. Like it's almost like you're just, when you find your flow, like if you know what that if that means, or whatever you call it, when you're just on it, like you feel in flow, like that's how it feels. And so it must be good. Like what I always say is, like, if it feels this good, I'm just going to keep doing it. Like there are lots of ways that people look externally to make things to feel this good, and that might be in a glass of wine, it might be in whatever, but being able to find that and get in that flow just by being, and just by the way the choice of your thoughts and how you feel and how you direct yourself and how you follow your intuition and follow your feeling, is a pretty awesome place to be. So I wanted to just talk about it because I haven't yet, up until now, found my voice when it comes to how I talk about my spirituality and how how much I've embraced that over this last year. And obviously it's the last stage to it's the last course in my sort of 3-course bundle. And the reason that I think all this is only just launching is because I needed that time to find it. I needed that time to get into my own flow. So everything works out in divine timing. So if you think about it, like I was meant to launch this course back in April, and it didn't happen for one reason or another. Something was stalling me, something was holding back. Hi, how are you? Right, I'm going to attempt to pronounce your name. Tabassum? Is that right? Please give me please say if it's right. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. But glad you caught me live. Hi. So I was meant to launch this back in April, and it just wasn't happening. And the reason for that, I now know. So at the time, you can get really frustrated, and you can think, start beating yourself up and saying, God, I'm procrastinating. I can't get rid of this fear. I can't get rid of all this. Perfect. Thank you. And now what I realize is that it wasn't, I was procrastinating. I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to fully serve in the way I know that I'm capable of doing. And because of that, that means that I went, hi, Damien, how are you? Damien, my awesome painter. If you want your home painting, get him contacted. So I've lost my train of thought now. Well, that's giving you a plug, Damien. Sorry. So I understand now more than ever. And so it makes you relax, because you think, if this isn't happening now, it means it's not meant to happen. And it's not as easy as everything happens for a reason, because I don't always buy into that. I prefer life happens for you, not to you. So I prefer that. So things happen, good and bad, in order for us to end up where we were. So on my masterclass that I'm doing at the end of the month, which I'll put the registration link for in the bio thing at the top, I'm going to share a story that I've never ever shared with anyone apart from close people. But I feel completely supported in sharing it. It's quite a vulnerable thing for me to share. It's really relevant to my topic. And if you'd have asked me 6 months ago, I wouldn't have done, no way am I doing that. But because I'm in this flow and because I know that everything's working out exactly as it should, I know that the inspiration to share it is exactly the right thing to do. So it's interesting how the timing of things has ended up being perfect. And if you just know that that's the case, then you'll stop stressing and worrying about where your business is, or how many clients you've got, or how many customers you've got, or how your kids are developing at school. Like, you know, everything happens in and when it's supposed to. And if you trust that, it takes a lot away, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, and a lot of worry. And if you just have trust and have faith that you are guided by something or someone is watching out for you, someone is taking care of you, follow your intuition, follow the nudges, and follow what feels good. The only question you should ask yourself is, how do I feel? You have to take such notice of how you feel. And if you're feeling wicked because something's working, then just keep doing it. And then just follow that feeling. And so that's what faith is to me. And so whatever faith is to you, I applaud you, I honor it. And I just think that in this day and age, with all the shit going on in the world, I think we all need to find that feeling, because we're nicer, we're happier, we're kinder to each other, we are more present, we notice more stuff, we're grateful for more things. Because actually, when you found an inner calm amongst all the noise, suddenly the noise isn't as noisy, if you get what I mean. So that's it. I'm going to go off and have a coughing fit. If I start, I won't stop. So I'm going to go, because I'm about to have a coughing fit. So I just wanted to share that. It was just a bit of a me ranting about how that's been feeling and how that's working out. And just to invite you to come on to my masterclass at the end of the month. It's the 28th, the 29th and the 30th of October. I'll be going live. If you register on the link when I post it, you'll get a schedule of when the lives are on, where they're going to be, and what time. Love to invite you to that, because it's going to be a good hour structured coaching, talking about really subjects that are really important to me and stuff that I think is really going to help you out. So I'd love you to be there. Thank you, Mark. It's so annoying, especially someone who likes to talk as much as I do. So yeah, I'd love to invite you to that. I'd love to see you there. If you know somebody who needs a bit of faith, or needs to find a little bit of faith in themselves, or if they're feeling a bit lost in their business, or they're just at this point where they're about to give up, then please share this video or invite them to the masterclass, because there's some stuff in there that's going to be enable them to keep with it and stick to it, because if it feels good, then it means you're meant to do it. Okay, I'm going to leave on that note. Thank you so much for listening. As always, thanks for your lovely comments, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.